pressure. Here we go. And 1, 2, legs down, nice and hard. 3.
What could be more rewarding than an hour, 2 hours of solitude, just you, the shell, and the 2 skulls in your hands, and the natural world around you, the water that you are on, the sky overhead, the shifting seasons displaying themselves on the banks around. I think it's an infinitely rewarding way to spend hours and hours, many days of your life.
Rowing is a really wonderful sport to teach you all the lessons of life. Kind of gives you the cliff notes. There's a balance component, and we all need more balance in life. There's a sense of leaving it all out on the water. The only races that I've regretted are the ones that I finished second or third and I still had something left in the tank at the end. And the willingness to pull for other people is really important. And we all have that in our daily lives, whether we're rowers or not. They're the folks you'll pull for, and the ones that, maybe not.
One of the great rewards in rowing is when the true magic happens. I don't know if it happens for scullers, and I'm not sure about pairs, but in 4s and 8s, there can come a moment, especially on flat, calm water, typically dawn or late evening, and on that water, you are doing a hard piece. It's usually the end of a practice. You've gotten everybody tired enough to just settle down and row together, focus on the timing. And the 4 oars are dropping in, or the 8 oars dropping in at the same angle to the boat, absolutely simultaneously, sweeping through the water, and then doing their finishes absolutely simultaneously. And the boat gets itself into what I can only think of as an altered state. And you can hear a ripple of water under the boat running down the keel. I've only heard it a few times in my life, but that gurgle, it's like suddenly everything in your life and everything in the physical universe is in tune. And something that doesn't normally happen is showing itself, because for that moment, it's perfect. And perfection is not something that any human can hang on to for any length of time. Just the fact that this is very evanescent, very fleeting, adds to the excitement of that gurgle of water running right under the keel. I've been in boats where none of us talked about it until after we got back to the boathouse, because it just seemed like too almost sacred a thing, too supernatural a thing to comment on at the time.
Like if you're in the boat, you're all succeeding or failing together. One person might be pulling way harder than anybody else, but it won't make a difference if they're not keeping time with everybody in their crew. And there are legends in rowing of seat racing, where you have you will race 2 boats and then you'll switch 2 rowers and you'll race them again. And there was a urban legend, but I think it may have happened at least once, of a coach racing someone against a ham sandwich, and the ham sandwich winning because the person was a jerk, right? And people wouldn't pull for him. And so they had him race against a ham sandwich to prove that this 7-person boat with a ham sandwich was going to beat this 8-person boat with the jerk. Because rowing's that kind of sport. Like, I'm not going to pull for you. I don't like you. And when you get into a crew where you will pull your last fiber to get that boat across the finish line, that's a fun boat to row in.
Actually, I started rowing when I was a schoolboy back in 1957, which puts me into the sport for about 65 years plus. So it's a great sport. If you're interested in this sport, it's a sport that you can be involved in for a long, long time.